for miles to listen to the big man play. And then they'd say, ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? You ever hear Billie Holiday? When she was singing her song and everything was just right, right where it belonged, gardenias in her midnight hair. She could take you anywhere. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. Now Lennon went to Chicago, tried to make his name, froze out on the sidewalk when the winter came, and Billy died broke. It all went up in smoke. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? Seems like you could spend your whole life living in the sound, one snap of the fingers, and it all comes down. Funny thing is, after you're gone, then everybody's singing your song. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. Where can we go dancing where the music plays slow? Everybody's in a hurry, it's like they got someplace to go. And maybe they do, how would I know? But me, I'm just gonna let it go. 'Cause sometimes when I hear you singing, and you don't think I do, it sounds so pretty, I just don't know how to tell you. So I just let it pass, like a vision on a painted glass. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. Something, something ain't nothing at all. words enough to say how a world like this could die away, how reason falls on deaf ears. Truth dissolves and disappears, and the clocks are counting down to zero. They warned us years ago. People laughed it off, said what do they know? And we went our separate ways to find a future facing the end of the line, and the clocks are counting down to zero. Now the weather stumbles, forests burn, past the point of no return. Corporation money thrives, while the refugees look for a place to survive, and the clocks are counting down to zero. History walks the plank. Its eyes are flat, its face is blank. Melting ice, the rising sea, a redder sun than used to be, and the clocks are counting down to zero. I know people who live in trees and who chain themselves to machineries, who face the judge's scornful stare. There is no shelter anywhere, and the clocks are counting down to zero. The thunderclap, the black snake. In times like these you do whatever it takes, wherever a line is drawn, for the people and the land you live on. And the clocks are counting down to zero. Fear for children I see, and I don't blame them when they look at me as if to say, how could you? We were depending on you, and the clocks are counting down to zero. I woke up in a sweat last night, so all alone I couldn't face my fate. But I took a look around to see millions more just like me, and the clocks are counting down to zero. Resistance goes from hand to hand for the air, the water, the people, the land. Tomorrow is born from the seeds of today, and we are going that way. And the clocks are counting down to zero. You ever hear about blind Lemon Jefferson? He had quite a style. People down in Texas in those days, well, they'd come for miles to listen to the big man play. And then they'd say, ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? You ever hear Billie Holiday? When she was singing her song and everything was just right, right where it belonged, gardenias in her midnight hair. She could take you anywhere. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. Now Lennon went to Chicago, tried to make his name, froze out on the sidewalk when the winter came, and Billy died broke. It all went up in smoke. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? Seems like you could spend your whole life living in the sound, one snap of the fingers, and it all comes down. Funny thing is, after you're gone, then everybody's singing your song. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, something ain't nothing at all. At all. And where can we go dancing? Where the music plays slow. Everybody's in a hurry. It's like they got someplace to go. And maybe they do. How would I know? But me, I'm just gonna let it go. 'Cause sometimes when I hear you singing, and you don't think I do, it sounds so pretty, I just don't know how to tell you. So I just let it pass, like a vision on a painted glass. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. At all. I wrote this song last spring, sometime maybe April, March. And I wrote it to keep myself from drowning. Like a lot of people, I felt like I was drowning. And I wrote it bits and pieces. I was doing live streams, just on my own, using my camera, and my computer, and a microphone in a little room in the house called a Bobcat Den. And I'd go for walks, and I started writing lines to this old English song from the plague years in England. And I updated them. And I started singing it. And we would go out to Golden Gardens, and we would look at the mountains. And we would notice how the air was getting cleaner. The water was getting cleaner because they weren't flying airplanes. So that went in the song. It all went in the song. So hopefully, we're getting out of the darkness into the light pretty soon, past all of this stuff. So this song might get to be old news. So I'll sing it to you tonight. It goes like this. The virus shut it down. A billion hammers dropped. Go home, they said, and stay there. The world will have to stop. From deep inside my safety place, it finally came to me that the greatest thing in all the world is what you cannot see. Came in on a cruise ship, sailing in the mist, passed on with a handshake and a kiss. Rose up like a wall of fog that wasn't even there. It made the sun go blank, and it settled everywhere. Rich man on his yacht, anchored in the bay, thinking that his money will keep the virus away. Poor people crowded through unthinkable design. They have no other choice. They're on the wrong side of the line. And when all of this is over and the world comes around, we will hold each other close and carry on. The safety nets were broken. They threw them out. They said they cost too much money, and we were better off without. Nurses working double shifts, the doctors and the rest, attending to the protocols and hoping for the best. Soldiers at the food bank, working on the line while people took their meals one at a time. Neighbors helping neighbor the way it ought to be. And that's the only way we'll make it if you ask me. And when all of this is over and the morning meets the dawn, we will hold each other close and carry on. The president was useless. He had to be ignored. He was an obstacle that we couldn't afford. The air was getting cleaner. The waters in the streams, the mountains in the distance, you could see them gleam. The stars shone like jewelry against the blankets of the sky. It was like somebody just took the blindfolds off around your eyes. It was stunning to think how little time it took. Stunning, yes it was. And all you had to do was look. Let us not go back to normal. Let us not give in to fear. Not the normal of the way it was, because that's what brought us here. Somewhere in the distance, there's another kind of door to another kind of future. We can't stay here anymore. Going through the rubble, waking from our sleep, learning what to throw away and what to keep. If there is a better world to pursue, I'll meet you there, and that's what we will do. And when all of this is over and the morning meets the dawn, we will hold each other close and carry on. Virus shut it down. 1 billion hammers dropped. Go home, they said, and stay there. The world will have to stop. I wish I knew how many people are out there. Maybe there's only 4. Hi, 4 people. Maybe there's 400. Hi, 400 people. Maybe there's only us here in the room tonight. Hi, us here in the room. This song is called Can't Stop Me Now. You can take away my fingers, you can break my guitar. You can tie me to a flagpole if that's the way you are. And you might think you got me because you got me over there, but you don't understand me, because I'm singing everywhere. I've been singing out for centuries across the universe, in every corner of the infinite, for better or worse. And I've sung in every language, on every kind of dare. You can't stop me singing. I'm singing everywhere, and you couldn't stop me then. And you can't stop me now. No, you can't stop me singing, no matter how you try. I was singing in the caves when there were no words, on the great migrations among the animal herds. Up on the mountains singing high above the birds, I was learning to throw my voice, all the better to be heard. And I was singing on the beach when the ships went off to sail outside the Bastille to keep them out of jail. And I was singing the wind when they were only bound to fail, and there was no other way to get there. And I was singing on the trail, and you couldn't stop me then. No, and you can't stop me now. You can't stop me singing no matter how you try. Oh, I sang against the empire, against the king and the queen, against the gods of retribution, no one has ever seen any kind of inquisition where the justice is extreme. Yes, I sang and I kept singing until I found a better dream. And I sang against slavery, against the owners of skin, against child labor and the sweatshops they were working in. And I sang for better wages and the right to take a breath, to live to be an old age, to die a natural death. And you couldn't stop me then. No, you can't stop me now. You can't stop me singing no matter how you try. I don't sing for celebrity or a house on the hill or a baggage load of unmarked $100 bills. I don't care about your ego, and I'm not inclined to feed it. I don't sing to who you want me to. I'll sing for those who need it. And you won't see me when I'm leaving. I'll be gone with the wind. But you'll hear me, yes you will, when I'm coming back again. In the voices of the undertow, the voices of the crowd. I'm a motor mouth, and I can get loud. And you can write me off, 'cause I only play guitar. You throw me under the wheels of the bus or underneath the car, but I'll be back in your face when you least expect me there. And I'll be singing your future, and I'll be singing everywhere. And you couldn't stop me then. No, you can't stop me now. You can't stop me singing no matter how you try. No, you couldn't stop me then, and you can't stop me now, and you can't stop me singing no matter how you try. So here we are, the eve of Inauguration Day. God, I feel weird sometimes talking to a camera, when there's, I don't know, I should be used to it. But anyway, thanks for being here again. Welcome to the Royal Room. And I'm going to do one more song by myself and then invite my friends up on stage and to gather around, and we're going to have some fun with things. So this is the night before the inauguration. And this is a song that I wrote not so long ago. And it's called Don't Let the Door Hit You on the Way Out. And it kind of speaks for itself, and it goes like this. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Hey, Trump, how you doing? How's that bottom line? I hear your ship is sinking. A fathom at a time, sewer water coming up around your chin. I hope you got some water wings, 'cause I know you can swim. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now I'm old enough to remember Tricky Nixon going down. Yeah, we all thought he was the biggest crook to ever come to town, but you make him look like a real nice guy. Pack it up, buddy. Learn to say goodbye. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now maybe they'll take you back on reality TV, where you can pretend to be the president of an imaginary country where everybody loves you and they admire the length of your reach, and your hair is always perfect, and you can never be impeached. Or maybe you can get a job working in Trump Tower, cleaning out the toilet bowls for $1.35 an hour, or something real nice and easy so you don't have to think too hard, like walking real slow around a prison yard. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. We're gonna have to fumigate the place after you're gone. Yeah, a stench like that, man, it just lingers on. But there's a new day coming around the bend, and it feels real good to sing this, so I'm gonna sing it again. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I don't know where you're doing or where you are or what you're doing or how many of you are out there, but tomorrow is Inauguration Day for all of us, all right? So if you got it in and you sit there and wherever you are, however many of you there are, and you sing this song, man, because he ain't going to say it to himself. We got to say it to him. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. There, that's how that goes. And then I get real quiet and calm, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce some people one at a time going to come on stage with any luck. I'd like to bring up Joel Litwin first. Joel is a drummer percussion player that I've known for a long time. He lives in Bellingham, and I haven't really worked with him all that much until recently. No, did a few. He was on a couple of records of mine, I believe, over the years, you know. But this is a really interesting project. And then I'd like to introduce Dune Butler, who is a bass player, lives in town that I've gotten to know through the country fair down there in Oregon, and also the Moisture Festival, Seattle's favorite fabulous Moisture Festival. And then I'd like to introduce Jessica Lurie, who I met for the first time, if I remember correctly, years ago when I was doing a session on a song that I had written about the WTO, and she came in to play sax on it because she'd been with the Anti-Fascist Marching Band or something like that. I had no idea who she was, but she came in and played something and left, and I thought, oh, who was that? And then we reconnected years later at the fabulous Moisture Festival in Seattle. So we're going to play a whole bunch of songs. And I'm sorry if I was a little bit disconnected there for the first bit of this, but you know. It's a major shift from a sound like this to a sound like that. You ever hear about Blind Lemon Jefferson? He had quite a style. People down in Texas in those days, they would come for miles just to listen to the big man play. And then they'd say, ain't that something? Ain't that something? You ever hear Billie Holiday? When she was singing her song and everything was just right, right where it belonged, gardenias in her midnight hair. She could take you anywhere. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all. Lemon went to Chicago to try to make his name. Froze out on the sidewalk, yes he did. When the winter came, Billy died broke. It all went up in smoke, ain't that something? Ain't that something? You know, it seems like you could spend your whole life living in the sound, one snap of the fingers, and it all comes down. Funny thing is after you're gone, and everybody's singing your song, ain't that something? Ain't that something? 'Cause if that ain't, then something ain't nothing at all. And where can we go dancing where the music plays slow? Everybody's in a hurry, it's like they got some place to go. And maybe they do, how would I know? But me, I'm just gonna let it go. 'Cause sometimes I hear you singing when you don't think I do, and it sounds so pretty, I just don't know how to tell you. I just let it pass, like a vision on a pane of glass. Ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? 'Cause if it ain't something, then something ain't nothing. That ain't something, then something ain't nothing at all.
That's something.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that. I don't know. I like that. It's okay playing slow clay play. There's a rabbit on the wall. You guys can't see it out there in Homeland, wherever you might be, Homeland Insecurity. There's a rabbit on the wall. There's a rabbit silhouette.
Illustrated by Freeze Undine.
Sorry?
The artist, Freeze Undine.
Okay. Well,
Made all these
well, there you go. I'm trying to do all these serious songs. I'm looking at there, the rabbit silhouette. This song is called Fell Out of Love. And it's a Homeric epic. Miniaturized. Fell out of love, it was a long way down. I had a parachute, I went flying around. Fell out of love, it was a long way down. I had a parachute, I went flying around. And I came to a country where everyone cried, the faucets were broken and the water was wide. Some they were older and some that were young. Rivers of memory coming undone. Say, tell us your story, and what was her name? Oh, but I couldn't remember, and it started to rain. So they took me out under a darkening sky. Said, here's your umbrella, good luck and goodbye. And then I came to a country where nobody cared, where their heads were all empty and they sat and they stared. I wanted some water and they asked me what for. Well, but I couldn't explain it anymore. Their clothes are all perfect, their houses and cars. The music of emptiness rained from the stars. But nobody bothered, 'cause nobody cared. So when no one was watching, I got out of there. Out of love, it was a long way down. I had a parachute, I went flying around. I fell out of love, it was a long way down. I had a parachute, I went flying around. And then I came to a place where experience lived, where they never forgot until they learned to forgive. And I asked for advice from a passerby who said, ask me for true and I'll tell you no lie. Because you came to the places where everyone cries, and you've been to where everyone lives in disguise. And now you've come here to knock on our door. Well, that's a good place to start, and I'll go do it some more. And I kept on flying through the shades of the sun, till I could no longer remember where I started from. Till finally I came to a place that would be as perfect a place for someone like me. And all of the while I was finding my way. You were doing the same in a different way. How could we know what our lives would intend until we both fell back into love again? Was a long way down. I had a parachute, I went flying around. I fell out of love, it was a long way down. But we both had parachutes, we went flying around. Oh yeah, there we go. I moved things around. I got arrows going back and forth. Everybody has a story. Cool. So you know how this live stream thing works, right? Like people don't have to tell you. Everybody's been doing this for it's like internet busking. It's like you set up somewhere, I set up as a solo, we set up as a group, whatever, somewhere on a likely looking street corner, and people pass by and they say, hey man, they're pretty good, and they throw a $5 in your guitar case or your horn case or something, right? But it's internet stuff. So here you are in the internet crossroads of basically this neighborhood of the galaxy, because if you were like a passing spaceship, you could pick it up if you had, good enough gear. And look what they're doing, man. They're playing music. They like it, and they send you whatever they trade with, right? So we got PayPals and stuff, and they got live stream. They got this thing over there. So everybody's got this. So just kind of look around, and you'll figure it out.
As soon as
So
you
will
figure it out.
The song is called Everybody Has a Story, and they do. This song has like 3 or 4 different ways of playing it. Tempos and things. Here we go. They told you didn't have anything to say, and you almost believed them, but you spoke out anyway. And when you were old enough to leave them, you went out on the drift, and you found out soon enough that the ties they bound you with were pretty flimsy stuff. And everybody has a story you might not think you do. Find someone to tell it to, and it will come alive. They thought you were for sale, like everybody else was, but you slipped right through their fingers like the wind does, looking for a way out beyond the standard maps. And finally when you found it, the whole world began to crack. And everybody has a story you might not think you do. Find someone to tell it to, and it will come alive. You had it in you. You thought you were alone, but out among the multitudes, now your confidence has grown, and your voice is like a beacon, calling to the ears of those who care to listen to their sorrow and their tears. And everybody has a story you might not think you do. Find someone to tell it to, and it will come alive. Because someone holds the reins of the regimental horse, and someone leads the lucky ones out along the concourse. It's within their best interests to keep you weak and small. Your voice is their nemesis, and your story is their downfall. And everybody has a story you might not think you do. Find someone to tell it to, and it will come alive. Yes, everybody has a story you might not think you do. Find someone to tell it to, and it will come alive. Yes, it will. That was a big flourish finished. All right. Thank you. think. Oh yeah, car seat. One day last June, I think it was a heat wave and it was really hot. That's a stupid thing to say. It was a heat wave and it was really cold. It was the middle of winter. It was hot anyway. It was heat wave. It was in the summertime. And I was walking around the neighborhood on my bicycle, actually. And I saw this car seat in the middle of the sidewalk. You know, the kind that opens all the way up so you can sleep on it? Now, either somebody found it like that, or somebody took it out of a car. I don't know. But there was somebody sleeping in it. All I could see was the shape of the body and a foot with a sock on it. There was a blanket covering up the rest, right? Don't know if it was a man or a woman, but I'm guessing it was a man. I don't know. Maybe that's sexist of me. I don't know. But I started writing a song about whoever that was because I wanted to like them. I just wanted to say hi. I wanted to offer them tea and crumpets, but I didn't have any myself. So what I started to write as I was riding by became a song by the time I got home. We were having a rehearsal one day and I said, how about this? We just started playing it and I changed the key a little bit. And who knows, out there somewhere, somebody was sleeping in one day on a car seat. Maybe they'll hear this song and they'll know it was for them. It goes like this. Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Sleeping on a car seat without a bed sheet. Some cars don't have any seats, some seats don't have any cars. You get tired enough, you gotta sleep right where you are. Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Now it's a quiet kind of neighborhood, nothing ever really goes too far. Sunny day in the morning and there you are. Foot on the prowl. I'd rather be sleeping on a feather bed, but this'll have to do for now. Without a car around it, just right where you found it. Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. Ain't that right? Somebody might come along, maybe somebody see your shoe. Somebody steal your wallet, now what are you gonna do? Sleeping on a car seat on a side street. On a car seat. Black crows talking tree to tree. The days are getting warm. There's a turbulence advisory, but that's for another kind of storm. Car seat on a side street. Yeah. The 1 foot out and 1 foot in. So where you been, my friend? All around the world and back. And there you are sleeping in a sleeping sack without a car around it. Right there where you found it, sleeping on a car seat. Side street. What would it sound like if you were beating on a car seat? Mouse crawling over your shoulder, drone flying over your head. Cruiser is sitting in a cruiser, ain't no breakfast in bed, sleeping on a car seat on a side street, sleeping on a car seat without a bed sheet. Hello in there. Hello. Hello.
We're smiling. You can't tell, but we're smiling.
I know. So I hope everybody's good out there. This is the Royal Room. When this thing lifts and we get to move around, make sure you come on down here and check this place out. It's a very cool place to hear live music. This song's called Amazon. And this is a glass of water. I used to do all kinds of things when I did gigs. Well, there was a period when I did. For the most part, it was about 50-50, I guess. But there was a period when I did nothing. Then there was a period when I did all kinds of things, and now I don't do anything except water and songs. I gotta remember all these things, man. So this song's called Amazon. Ooh. Good wherever you are. Stay safe. Keep your friends around you. Stay in touch. Call people. That's what I've been doing. I've been calling friends a lot on the phone. It's really sloppy. I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to play it a little bit better like this. We live in a boomtown metropolis, a place where success is a weapon of war. Some people live in spectacular mansions. Some people can't afford to live anywhere anymore, but Bezos has the money. He's got all of that money. More than $100 billion in his pants, way down in his pants. They built a shiny new temple to themselves downtown. People genuflect as they pass. Artificial sunlight and climate control, so they can colonize the jungle behind a pane of glass. And because Bezos has the money, he's got all of that money, clutching in the fingers of his hand. He's a rich man. You don't have the right to use that name. Amazon, it is a nation and a people. Amazon, one of the world's greatest rivers. Amazon, it is the lungs of the planet, and we can barely breathe anymore. gathered together to see what is to be done. We know the risks we take are perilous. We sharpen up our wits for the days ahead to come. Somebody has to, and it might as well be us because we have a history. We know what we are doing. And we will not just disappear. We're going to stay right here. Amazon, you don't have the right to use that name. Amazon, it is a nation and a people. Amazon, one of the world's greatest rivers. Amazon, it is the lungs of the planet, and this is our planet, and it is not for sale. Let's do it again. You people don't mind, do you, if we play that song again? They might like mix the lyrics up or something. Let's do Angeline. Put Angeline in there rather than Never Give Up, and then kind of move things around a little bit, and then down to zero after. Make sense? Is that cool? Yeah. Otherwise, we're staying slow all the time, and people are going, "Man, what are those people doing, man? They're putting me to sleep." Now, we don't actually have any fast songs. You know, we didn't do any like train wreck songs. You got to go to other places for that right now. But wait a little while. Train wrecks will happen later on, but right now. But this is a little bit of faster than that. This is called Angeline, and it's in a Seattle historical song. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. There's a place in the Pike Place Market. Yeah, you got the clinic up above. You got the oyster bar right over here, and there's a falafel shop right there. You know, staircase coming down, and there's a tree there. Now, an old friend of mine named Mary, who used to be a custodian at the Pike Place Market a long time ago, she was out there one day when I was sitting out there, and she walked by, and she says, "That's Angeline's tree." I says, "Angeline's tree? I kind of like the ring of an Angeline's tree." I said, "Who's Angeline?" She says, "That was Chief Seattle's daughter." "Oh." Rumor has it, she says, the story is that her ghost walks around the market because she used to live down here. Her house was right down here. That's her tree. Wow. I thought, I always remembered that. Didn't know any more than that. I always remembered. And then a couple of years ago, Real Change News had an article in there about somebody made a little documentary about her. You know, and they were talking about it there in the newspaper, and I'm reading it, and there's pictures of her and stuff, and I started to get interested because there was something beautiful to me in the way that things happened. I mean, it was horrible, but the way that she stood up for who she was in the face of all that was pretty impressive to me, because you know, the world is a lot bigger than any of us. So I did a little bit more digging, and I started writing some verses, and I put this song together. And it's called Angeline, and it goes. I'll just sing it. We'll sing it. We'll play it. It goes like this. In this beautiful country in which I'm living, there is a story that you'll find about a woman named Kiki So Blue, and how they called her Angeline. Angeline. She was the eldest daughter of Chief Seattle. She watched the world disappear. She said, you can build your town around me. I'm not going anywhere, Angeline. Kiki so blue. And it was a fine and expensive wife of Doc Maynard who defined her into something to be owned. When she said, you're much too beautiful for such an ugly name. From now on you will be known as Angeline, not Kiki so blue. And they made her illegal, and all of her people and the children threw rocks behind her back. Oh, but Kiki so blue had some rocks of her own, and she threw them back. Angeline, Kiki so blue. Your shoulder, careful who you're talking to. Maybe somebody you stole something from, come to take it back from you, Angeline, Kiki so blue. So many thieves, for all that they have taken, they leave us with a world full of holes. Oh, but we have rocks. We have heroes, and we will not do what we are told. Angeline, Kiki so blue. Table service. I hope you have table service wherever you are. You know, let's say you're sitting in your garage watching this or something. Many people do. They like my music in the garage. They call it garage music for some weird reason. And so they'll turn on their car radios and they'll listen to it through the car radio. And some of them have these little visual screens hooked up to the rear view mirrors. So they'll sit in the front seat watching the gig in the rear view mirror right there while they listen to it in the car. It's weird. But that's what they do. And I hope, and maybe they have roller skated, you know, servers that come by the windows with the trays, like at the old burger bars. Wouldn't that be nice? Mm-hmm. Way to do live streaming. Mm-hmm. So we set it up like roller skating. I think that would be nice. Maybe there's somebody out there who would like to invest in something like that. Speaking of investing in something like that, we actually are involved in a recording project at Seattle's great studio Litho down there in Fremont. And pretty much all the basic stuff is done. Tracks are done. It's a question of mixing and matching and kind of, you know, finagling here and finagling there and all that kind of stuff. So keep in touch. Keep in touch. Sign up on the mailing list. Go to my mailing list. You know, my website, jimpage.net. This stuff is all available. It's easy to find, you know. I don't know if everybody here has, but yeah, Jessica does. She's got mailing lists and websites and all that kind of stuff. I know. I think Joel does too, and I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, keep in touch, and you'll find out what's going on. Right? And yeah. So this is called Down to Zero. Do I want to do Down to Zero, or do I want to do Never Give Up? Let's do Never Give Up before we go back down there. You might not believe it, but this song started out because I was practicing with a metronome and I just couldn't do it, man. It was driving me nuts, man. I was going out and getting hammers, set the hammer down, look at it, and say, it's the hammer or the metronome or me. Okay, there's only 3 choices you got. Put the hammer away, and I'd say, don't give up. So, you know, I mean, this is what I do. I just started writing about what I was doing. I was not going to give up, but nobody cares about practicing with a metronome, so not giving up got bigger. And I started thinking about people that did prison time. Nelson Mandela, Bobby Sands, and they didn't give up. Dirty water in the falling rain. You wipe your initials on the window pane. Freedom walks in the avenue. You'd be there too if it was up to you. You never give up. From the tower block to the battleground, jump on over, it's a long way down. Gravity bends to the last frontier. There are no other limits here. You never give up. They scared you silly with a faceless gun. They wrapped your knuckles with a lightning rod. Carried with you in a gunny sack, an invisible monkey on your bended back, but you never give up. You beat your head on a solid wall. All you need is a crack, you don't need it all. The wall just laughs and turns away. You keep at it anyway. You never give up. Never give up. And though they may slam the door, wipe your face on the floor, you've seen it before, but you never give up. Crooked deal, and their laws are made of steel, but they're never half as real as you are when you never give up. There's a world inside where your mind is free, and there's a world outside where you'd like to be. Fine line where your vision clears, all the distance disappears, and you never give up. I'll meet you when the morning comes, the saxophones and the marching drums peaceful trees by the water's edge, flowers in the window ledge. They never give up, never give up. You never give up. Called Down to Zero. And, it's about that existential threat that we face, the climate. And it started out as an observation, just a simple observation one afternoon. I was out in the backyard a couple of years back, you know, and I'm looking at the sun out there, and it's like, and it was red, it was really red, it was stoplight red, you know, and it's like, and the line just popped into my head. It's the redder sun than it used to be. So that was how the song started. Then Dune and I were standing on his old place, on Beacon Hill, overlooking downtown with all the haze and the smoke. It was when the fires were going up in BC, and and it was just, it was a mess. And I just had this feeling. I mean, I'm an old guy, you know, and I don't know how much time I got left, but there are plenty of people around that are going to see a lot more than me. And it makes me scared to look at them. It's sad sometimes. Anyway, I don't want to go there. I'm going to sing the song, because this song might help in some way. Who knows? Come on, man. I'm talking to my guitar. Enough to say how a world like this could die away, how reason falls on deaf ears, truth dissolves and disappears, and the clocks are counting down to zero. Well, they warned us years ago. People laughed it off. Said, what do they know? And we went our separate ways to find a future facing the end of the line, and the clocks are counting down to zero. Now the weather stumbles, forests burn, past the point of no return. Corporation money thrives, while the refugees look for a place to survive, and the clocks are counting down to zero. History walks the plank, its eyes are flat, its face is blank. The melting ice, the rising sea, a redder sun than used to be, and the clocks are counting down to zero. I know people who live in trees, and who chain themselves to machineries, who face the judge's scornful glare. There is no safety anywhere, and the clocks are counting down to 0. The thundercloud, the black snake. In times like these, you do whatever it takes, wherever a line is drawn, for the people and the land that they live on. And the clocks are counting down to 0. Fear for children, I see, and I don't blame them when they look at me, as if to say, how could you? We were depending on you, and the clocks are counting down to 0. I woke up in a sweat last night, so all alone I couldn't face my fright. But I took a look around to see millions more just like me. And the clocks are counting down to 0. Resistance goes from hand to hand, for the air, the water, tomorrow is built from the seeds of today, and we are going that way. And the clocks are counting down to 0. What happened there at the beginning there. I had a little I took a side road. That's what I did.
You're a typo.
I am. I hope so.
They all lead to the same place.
Okay, let's oh, there we go. Let's do Everybody Thanks the Driver. I feel I need to get out of that. Any bus drivers out there? Anybody ride the bus? You ride the bus? Far out. Well, I mean, not all. You're not riding the bus now, obviously. I used to only ride the bus when I first came to Seattle. This song goes out to anybody who might drive the bus, transit bus, I mean, you know. And anybody who might even ride the bus. And I call it Everybody Thanks the Driver, because that's what people do when they get off. I hope you get heard there, Joel, with that stuff. I don't see any mics on it. You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Okay. I guess we're all okay. The song goes out to Annette Taborn, if she is anywhere in the house. First time I rode the bus, I was hitching the ride. I was just a kid, flat broke. I got on board, sat down and got warm, and across town we rode. It took me just about a block away from exactly where I was trying to get. I said, thanks. He said, see you later, and I still remember it yet. And everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks the driver. I used to know exactly how much money I had by just looking in the palm of my hand. 25 pennies right down to the number, just like I had it all planned. And I'd sit up front with the driver, and we'd have ourselves a chat. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, when it's just us two, and we'd ride the line like that. And everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks the driver. Now, sometimes you gotta go through that tunnel, you know, and it sounds a little bit different than it used to sound. What's it sound like now? Yeah, there you go. Now, Sam was the driver, a juggler and a clown. He just loved to make people laugh. He had a heart attack driving on the viaduct with no way to get off of that path. He said, I need a little help at the wheel up here, whatever little help you can give. And all together they pulled it over, saving everybody's life but his. And everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks the driver. Now my friend Annette, she's singing the blues and she's blowing a harmonica too. But it's hard to make a living around here these days in this six-figure hullabaloo. So she drives the bus 5 days out of 7. On the other 2 she grooves. The wheels and the wherewithal, that's just how the world moves. And everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks the driver. So if you want my autograph, because you like the way I play the guitar, go ask a bus driver first, 'cause I'll never get you that far. And everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks. See, everybody rides the bus. Everybody, that's us. Everybody rides the bus. And everybody thanks the driver.
That's a good public transportation song.
It is, I think. Green tea. This song is called Green Tea of Your Mind, and it came from something a friend of mine said to me, an older guys, just, pushing up there. I've known him for a long time. His name is Jack. I'm going farther than that. And, Jack has a lot of friends, and I'm one of his friends, and Jack speaks his mind, because he worked a long time in a certain kind of trade where you can't speak your mind. So now that he's out of it and retired, he's speaking his mind. He goes to every rally he possibly can. He was one of the 600 arrested on the bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, I think it was, Occupy Wall Street, when that thing started and they arrested 600. He was out there because he went there to do that. So that's Jack. So Jack talks all the time. And sometimes he talks before he thinks about what he's saying, We all do that, but, I'm sometimes, and I'll say, what are you talking about? And he'll say, well, that's just the green tea in my mind. That's what he said to me. You see, Jack used to drink a lot, and then his doctor told him he had to, cut way back. So he replaced alcohol with green tea. And that's what he did. He drank green tea. So I said, I like that phrase, green tea, your mind says you can use that. It says, okay. So I sat down one morning and I wrote this song. And there's other characters in the song that are true. Also, they're part of Jack's life, and you don't need to know all that stuff, but, Well, I guess I could throw it in there, but you want me to talk that much?
I want to know.
Jack, okay, it's family stuff. They're going to New York City to find a specialist, okay? Because Jack's daughter has a condition. So they go to New York. Jack is green tea, the comfort dog, and the specialist, and the green tea of his mind, and it goes like this. And they're really good people. They're friends of mine. So. Rain in the morning, the bright afternoon. Hello. The days of our lives that are over too soon. The ripples of instant rise up and fall. There's so much to know, you can't measure it all. Away to the city, somewhere that I find a way out of this great big impossible bind. An old man with a dog, a woman in a chair. You never know what you'll find till you get there. The eyes of tomorrow, the arrow of time. If you can't take it with you, leave it behind. Like a jewel in the ocean, awash in the brine, as seen through the green tea of your mind. She said if I could just get up away and fly, I'd write my name like a bird in the sky. He said the sky isn't big enough for what you have to say, and you speak your own language anyway. It was a good time for music, and they found a little bar where there were people in the mix and whiskey in the jar, and the music was medicine for the way that you feel, and maybe that's how we all have to heal. The eyes of tomorrow, the arrow of time. If you can't take it with you, you leave it behind. Like a jewel in the ocean, awash in the brine, as seen through the green tea of your mind. Some people have everything laid out on a platter. Some people don't care, and what does it matter? You face up to your burden, or you turn tail and run. It's the hand that you're dealt, and everyone gets one. You did a lot of drinking in your way back when, and know one of these days you might do it again. But for now it's the green tea that suits you just right. Away in the morning, good luck, good night. The eyes of tomorrow, the arrow of time. If you can't take it with you, you leave it behind. Like a jewel in the ocean or wash in the brine, as seen through the green tea of your mind.
Makes me want a cup of green tea.
It does,
Yeah.
doesn't it, kind of?
Haven't really been drinking that lately. A new pandemic
Let's-
beverage.
Sorry?
Oh, I was just mumbling about pandemic beverages.
Oh, yeah, well, there's loads of those. I've been drinking a lot of water myself. Let's do So Along. It's another slow song, but I mean, that's what we're doing.
Mhm.
Can I say that's how it wound up? And it's calm in here. It's beautiful.
You don't have to worry about people throwing fire.
We don't, yeah. Drunks coming up and stepping over things. Me getting up and stepping over things. So this is a New York City song from my angle. Long time ago, 1970. Damn, 70, that's right. 1970. Holy shit, man. Can I say that? I guess I just did. I'm from California, originally. Gotta get the fingers in shape here. And I needed something to get myself out of my head. Save myself, save my life. So I went across country, hitchhiked with a buddy of mine from the freeway on-ramp in Berkeley to wherever it was he wound up in the Bronx or something. I think it was the Bronx. And I was not prepared for the Bronx. But I was out there for like a year. Not in the Bronx, but in New York. Wound up in Manhattan. And this is a Manhattan story. And it's called So Long, and it goes like this. Way down where I was born and raised, where I spent my younger days, there were roads to travel by, take us to the long goodbye. Oh, I left home when I was 17, lost and lonely, seldom seen, and I put out my thumb and I headed east, searching for the great release. And so along, come and go along, so along, come and go. Oh, I stumbled into a dirty town, penniless and broken down, and I slept on rooftops, scavenged meals, and dodged the dirty driving wheels. and I met some fine and friendly folk, and some who'd kill you for a joke. And I put myself out there to find how would my tangled self unwind. And so along, come and go along, so along, come and go. One morning early, hot and dry, some switchblade strangers passing by directly pointed in my face, freezing all the world in place. And that was when I made my sense, and I carried it with me ever since, that I would not be turned around by this or any other town. And so along, come and go along, so along, come and go. And so, my friend, now you know, no defeat nor mortal blow, just follow where the road will lead to another dream to feed. Pick your battles well and good, remember where it was you stood. You have your stories, I have mine, and that's the way the world unwinds. And so along, come and go along, so along, come and go. Another New York City song. I think it was 1999. Yes, it was. 1999. Amadou Diallo, New York City, shot him 19 times to get away with murder. It ought to be a capital crime after midnight. 4 white cops from the elite corps and Amadou Diallo standing in his own front door. Amadou Diallo, he was a West African man. They said he was suspicious. He had something in his hand. It was his wallet. It was his wallet. They put the trial up at Albany, where the police have more friends, and they said it was a big mistake. They'd never let it happen again. His mother crying in a far-off, lonesome place. She came to see justice done. What she got was a slap in the face. gunslingers. Walking on the side of the law, some have got a real short fuse. And that can be a fatal flaw if you fit the description. They might want to see you dance a Hamadou-Diallo. He never had a chance. There's a woman in the harbor carrying a burning light, but it's getting hard to see now. It's gonna be a storm tonight. Can't you hear the thunder? Can't you feel that a river runs? Someone asks a question, someone give an answer. Something's gotta be done. Everybody's talking. There's something on everybody's mind. Hamadou-Diallo. It ought to be a capital crime. Hamadou-Diallo. Landing your hand. Your hand
It's not
landing.
easy, you know.
I hope you're good out there. I hope everything is good, and I hope this music kind of like. Hope you like it. Hope you like it, and you stick with us. We got a couple more songs to do here. I'm arguing with myself as to whether I should. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Pulling the Statues Down. Yeah, can I pull this off? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we got 2 more songs to do. So thanks for being here, and stay in touch so I can find about it. I want to thank some people too. While I got it on my mind, so I'm not forgetting. First, of course, thanks to the Royal Room, this fabulous, wonderful place that is actually making itself available to people like us when we can't get gigs, when there are no gigs. And this is kind of a gig. It's an online busking gig, which reminds me, you know how to do it out there. You know where those things are, the PayPals and the Venmos and the pockets, the wallets of the Ethernet out there, you know. And I want to thank Live Concert Stream, who is giving us this bandwidth and this beautiful thing that you're watching right now and hearing right now. And I want to thank Brad over there, who is doing the sound tonight, engineering all this stuff, putting microphone placements and a monitor over there so Joel can hear this guitar, because this is an acoustic guitar and he's playing the acoustic drums, but they're drums, and Jessica needs to be able to hear me over. So, getting all this set up so that then live stream can do. A lot of people. Thanks, everybody. I'm trying to read Katie's writing here. Yeah, my website, it should be on there somewhere, jimpage.net, to keep on, posted what's going on. The record, with any luck, will be out like sometime in April. I usually do a record in a couple of days. If not, I usually do them in like 5 hours or something. So this is like a new experience for me. So I'm like, wow, the longer it takes, the more you analyze on it, So most of these songs, if not all of them, all the songs we've been playing together are on the record. In better shape, worse shape, whatever more. But they're on the record, including these last 2. And this is a song of celebration. I'm one of those annoying people that believe that everything is a verb and everything changes and nothing stays still from as long as it takes to drop it, So, whatever you think is it isn't going to be it for very long. So young people come along, change comes along, and they start taking statues down. And the world changes right in front of you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So this is called Pulling the Statues Down. You don't know me by name. I don't know you too. We're on the same road, my friend. We got some things to do. In the summer of no return, fires look for the fuse to burn. They killed somebody in the broad daylight. Gonna take a lot of changes to make it right. Pulling the statue down, bells are ringing, statue down, and everybody singing, hey, will you look at that? Ain't that a beautiful sight to see? Some songs we used to sing, don't sing them anymore. Some flags we used to wave, don't wave them anymore. Architects of a bad design, some worn out state of mind. Best just to let it go. You can't hold on when the wind begins to blow so hard. Pulling the statue down, bells ringing, statue down, and everybody singing, hey, will you look at that? Ain't that a beautiful sight to see? There goes Andrew Jackson, and look there goes Christopher Columbus, and look there goes Jennifer O'Sara, and look there goes, and look there goes, and look there goes. We've been at war before. We know what that does. Sometimes what you stand up for ain't what you thought it was. There's a new day knocking on the old one's door. You can't ignore it anymore. Step out and take a look to see the way that it's about to be. It ain't if you lose or win, but whose shoes you're standing in. So come on out, and I know you understand. So come on out and give me a hand. Pulling the statue down, bells are ringing, statue down, and everybody singing, hey, will you look at that? Ain't that a beautiful sight to see? Look, here comes Frederick Douglass, and look, here comes Angela Davis, and look, here comes Geronimo, and look, here comes, and look, here comes, and look, here comes. Pulling the statue down, the bells are ringing, statue down, and everybody singing, hey, will you look at that? Ain't that a beautiful sight to see? All right. So thank you for being here. We're going to do one more song. I hope that's all right. And this is called The Time Is Now. Once again, that's Dune Butler, the tall man with the tall instrument. If he plays it on the side, he's got to lay down to play it. Joe Litwin over there, surrounded by all the drums and the cymbals and stuff, and Jessica Lurie on the horn.
My horn curtsy.
Curtsy.
Horn curtsies.
You don't see that as much anymore.
Courtesy.
It's like a yoga move.
So tomorrow's a big day. Damn, I'm gonna take a long shower tomorrow. I got a lot of dirt to wash off of me, I'll tell you. We got a lot of dirt to wash off. You know, no insults to anybody that doesn't have it coming. So let's call the time is now. And it goes like this. That's right. You don't see this moon I'm looking at. The man in the moon has had too much to drink. The man in the moon, I don't know what to think. The man in the moon, don't know what he's looking at. The man in the moon. Looking at the royal room. There are things to come and things to pass, pure and simple, made of glass. To feed the future, you weed through the past. To fix it fast, make it last. And the time is now. Now is the time. Time has come and time has gone to pick up roots and move along, to rise up early before the dawn, to start out standing, to come on strong. And the time is now. Now is the time. You got eyes to see, you got ears to hear, and you know very well what's been happening here. Don't make light of the people's tears. Stand up and face your fears. And the time is now. Now is the time. There was a time when the winter came and all the world turned cold. There will be a time when the spring arrives and all the flowers unfold and the future belongs. Oh, the future belongs to the bold. Special shout out to JR Rhodes, who was going to be here but couldn't come. But she's on the record. She can sing. She can sing almost anything. Don't let it scare you, the noise and the dare. So many millions arise everywhere. Polish the glass, hold it up to the air. Look in the reflection, you'll see yourself there. And the time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Now we stand with the wind at our backs, and we are the eye of the storm. We look at the world and the world looks back, and the drum beats a rhythm to warn that the future is just, oh, the future is just being born. Fires were lit such a long ways away, and they'd stutter and spark, fade and decay. And now the clocks are on fire at the edge of the day, and we turn to each other and say, the time is now. Now is the time. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Now is the time. Thank you very much for being out there. Thanks. We haven't run out of material, but you know, it's always best not to overplay. So come back again sometime. Stay in touch. Come to the Royal Room. Before they open up, if they're still, just stand outside and touch the door or something, you know, and say hi in there, you know. Right. What she said. Check the website there, their Facebook page and all that stuff, their calendar, and see what's happening, because there's actually a lot going on in here that, you know, gets out through the ether, wears out there. So thanks a lot. Good night, and we'll see you next time.